Hi guys, this is Gadget Man 404 and I'm making this video to make you guys aware of situations that could arise when you order things from these wholesale companies abroad, mainly the Chinese wholesalers. You all know who I'm talking about: Gearbest, Banggood, AliExpress. They're just a few. There's probably thousands more sites like that, and I think that Gearbest and Banggood are probably one massive mother company, and they've just split themselves into, you know, it's like a VAT thing. They split themselves in half and they're now two separate companies. So if something happens to one company, they can still sell items under their other name. It's like millionaires, that basically they put the business name into a family member's name, so if they go bankrupt, well, the business doesn't belong to that person, so you can't touch the money because it's registered to someone else. And I think that is the thing with Banggood, Gearbest, AliExpress. They're probably one massive company, split themselves into 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 different company names, but they're all owned by the same people at the end of the day. And then when you have a problem, which is what's happened to me, then you have to jump through so many hoops, and I still have got nowhere with them. So this is the story, this is what happened. I ordered 2 memory cards, a Xeno battery and a Xeno battery charger lead on the 2nd of July this year. I paid for them using my PayPal account. I've registered my debit cards to my PayPal account, so whenever I buy anything, it comes straight out of my account. I don't possess and own a credit card. Yeah, you with me so far? Cool. I will continue. Then I received the 2 memory cards and the battery lead on the 10th or the 11th of July. And I ordered the battery on the same day and paid for it on the same day, but I think it was a separate order number. So there you go. I ordered and paid for it the same day. I received the 2 memory cards and the battery lead on the date that they stated on my tracking number, but they also told me that on the 12th of July they also posted me the battery. And now I've stated and I've been in touch with Banggood, PayPal and Yodel. That's why I made the video about Yodel. Yodel don't deal with the general public. They just tell you, generic answer, get in touch with the seller. So if it's Banggood, Gearbest, AliExpress, whoever, you have to get in touch with them. I've been in touch with Banggood, since the 4th of August, on and off, because I was on holiday for 2 weeks. I ordered the things hoping to take the battery and the memory cards with me. I got the battery lead and I got the memory cards, yeah, perfect, working fine, but I didn't get the battery. Now, I got a tracking number. When I got in touch with PayPal, PayPal got in touch with Banggood and got me a tracking number, and I then found out the name of the company. Until PayPal got involved, I didn't know the name of the courier, because when you order from Banggood, it doesn't really tell you the name of the courier, and it could be TNT, DPD, it could be anybody. On this particular transaction, it was Yodel, and I got 3 of the items I ordered, and the 4th one still to this date has not arrived. So as I got in touch with PayPal, and I says to the lady at PayPal, you need to put in a dispute against Yodel, and they didn't. They put in a dispute against Banggood, and because Banggood gave PayPal a valid tracking number, case closed. It shows it was delivered to the UK. That is where your problems will start, people. You then have to prove that you didn't get the parcel. So I've been on the phone since the 4th of August, on and off now, trying to get in touch with Yodel, Banggood and PayPal. I've spent nearly £15 on my mobile phone on phone calls to these companies, because they're not classed as your phone numbers. They don't come inclusive. So if you're ringing Yodel, Banggood, so on and so on, be careful you're not using uninclusive minutes, which is what's happened to me, and I've got a bill of it's 15 odd pounds the last time I looked. It's probably gone up a little bit more, probably about 20 odd pounds in phone calls trying to sort this out. So I got an email off PayPal about 2 days after I contacted them, and they said my claim has been declined, and the claim and the reason they gave for it being declined was because they had a valid tracking number. Which, okay, all that proves is that Banggood sent it. Doesn't prove I received it, and that is the issue I'm having with Banggood. I still, on the 29th of August, I haven't got the battery. I've been in touch with Yodel, and Yodel said it was delivered on the 12th of July at 12:35, okay? And I did not receive the parcel. I've done several things, like I have 2 batteries. When I purchased my Zeno, I ordered the 2 battery version, okay? So I got a dry battery with no wrapping and tried to push it through the letterbox. It won't fit, no matter which way you turn the battery around. The end piece is wider than the battery and it locks, it blocks itself. It will not go through the letterbox. I rang up Yodel and explained this to them and said, please can I have an email address so I can send you photo evidence that your driver did not post this battery, because they're saying because it's been longer than 2 weeks, there's no way the driver's going to remember if he delivered it or not. And I said, wait a minute, you're telling me he did. So why are you saying that the driver won't be able to remember if he did or not? You're telling me he did post it. Now, if a battery, this is my argument with Banggood and Yodel, if my battery will not fit through a letterbox and it has got no wrapping around it, if it's in a box with bubble wrap or if it's in a jiffy bag with bubble wrap, there's no way it will fit through the letterbox. And the guy would have had to have knocked on the door to get me to come to the door to get me to take the parcel. I was home. My days off every week are Wednesday and Thursday. At 12:35 I would have been home. And if I wasn't home, the guy should have left a calling card to say, I came today, you were out, I've taken it back to the depot. I've only since found out it's in Alfreton, but you can't talk direct to Yodel Alfreton branch. You ring the switchboard Yodel number and they say, oh, we'll email so and so and they'll get back in touch. But they never got back in touch with me. So then I got back in touch with, as I say, PayPal, and then PayPal said that the issue's closed because they're proving that it was sent to you. And I said, I'm not disputing that they didn't send it. My dispute is that I didn't receive it. So then Yodel and PayPal were telling me contact the seller. So I've been messaging in and out for the last few weeks, Banggood, and always starts, please can I have the order number? I give them the order number and they always turn around and say, you didn't pay for the order, so that is why you didn't receive it. And I said, no, wait a minute. I've got a valid tracking number which has been got from you by PayPal telling me that I did receive it, or telling me it was posted to England. And yes, I've got times and dates of when it landed in England, what time, where, and what time the driver collected it from the depot at 6:37 in the morning, and then it was dropped off to me supposedly at 12:35 the same day in the afternoon. I never received the battery. So I've been going through hoops, sending emails, messaging their customer support. The last message I gave Banggood, which was over 6 days ago, so Banggood, Bangbad is what you should be called. You should be ashamed of yourself, how you talk to your customers. You treat us as if I'm lying, right? You got £43.10 out of me and I've got nothing to show for it. So as you can tell in my voice, I am not exactly a happy bunny, okay? You are telling me that you sent it, it got sent here and they delivered it and I have not received the battery. I wouldn't be claiming my money back if I'd received the battery, okay? So let's clear that point up straight away, right? I haven't had the battery, I'm still waiting for it. I have not had that battery. But this story is a long-winded one, so I'm going to continue. So anyway, to and fro, I was contacting Banggood, or Bangbad. I'm going to call them Bangbad from now, because I've had nothing but bad influence. This has left a bad taste in my mouth, like Kolsky drones, or Kolsky RCs as it's called now. He had the same kind of issue. Drone flew off, he's having all these issues, he had to do this, he had to do that, and eventually he got a drone, but then he took a break from making YouTube videos, and I believe he's not now partnered with Banggood. He's given up with them now because he doesn't trust them anymore, and that's how I'm feeling about it at the moment. They're saying I didn't pay, then they're saying I did pay, then they're saying I didn't pay. Then I've had another email to say today that you didn't pay, that's why it wasn't sent. And then a little bit later I had another email to say, here's the information about your order, thank you for placing your order with us. So make up your mind, did I or didn't I? I know I did. On my PayPal balance it says I paid £43 and 10p. The battery was £36 something, and the rest of it was shipping and insurances and tax. Now, the chances are it got to the UK. My brother did this kind of thing, sent off for a battery, he got stuck in Belgium for nearly 4 weeks, and eventually customs destroyed it. Because Banggood, AliExpress and all the others, you don't tell customs what is actually in the box. So sometimes, 1 out of 100, they will check what is in the box, because you always put a gift, so you don't have to pay tax on it. We're paying the tax, we're paying insurance, we're paying postage, but you guys are lying to customs of all the countries around the world of what it is. And there is a prohibited list of items that you're not allowed to send through the post, and LiPo batteries are one of them. You're allowed to send a LiPo battery with a drone, but you're not allowed to send a LiPo battery on its own. What's the difference? What is the difference? It's with a drone, it's on its own. But that is your rules. You can send batteries with a drone, but you can't send a battery on its own. That is so bizarre, can't even explain or begin to explain the reasoning behind that rationale. It just doesn't make sense to me whatsoever. But hey ho, that is another story completely. So, as I say, been in touch, Banggood, blah blah blah. My wife used to work for Alliance in Leicester many years ago, and I asked her would I be covered under my card, because it's not a credit card, people, okay? If you use a credit card you are covered for purchases, but if you use a debit card you're not necessarily covered. I never rang my bank for nearly a fortnight until this morning, because I thought, oh well, I'm not getting it with Banggood, they're saying that I didn't pay, and yet my statement on PayPal is saying yes, I did pay on the 2nd of July, and they took the money on the 4th of July, and on the 5th of July these parcels are supposed to be sent to me, and on the 7th and 8th of July they landed in the UK, and then they were dispatched on the 11th and the 12th of July. So that's what the information I've got today. I rang my bank, had to go through a few security issues or queries, because I've never ever rang my bank in over 20 odd years, 25 years of having the account. I've never actually spoken to anybody over the phone. I just go to the branch and tell them whatever. So I had to tell them my account number and my sort code and this and that, and date of birth and all this lot, and then the woman says, I just need to go off and have a word with someone and I'll get back to you. And the good news for me, thank you Santander, I do understand that there's a bit of, but I will explain that in a second. They said I am covered under the transaction using my debit card. And it's called something indemnity. Using my card is linked to PayPal. So PayPal said they couldn't claim the money because they're satisfied that the money or that the item was posted. But my bank have now claimed the money from PayPal, and then PayPal are going to have to take it up with somebody. I may have to pay that money back at at some point. So I'm not going to touch the money, I'm going to leave the money in that account for a fortnight, and if no one has been in touch with me, I asked the lady, so what I understand then, you've paid me back the money today, which if I'd have done this a month ago, I'd have had £43 10p a month ago, but hey ho, I didn't, because my wife was telling me, you're not covered, and I am covered. So you guys may be covered using a debit card, but to be definitely sure, use a credit card, and then you are definitely covered for any purchase made. So it doesn't matter how little or how much you spend, if you use a credit card, you are definitely covered. You may not be covered, but I somehow fall into I am covered, and it's because I think mainly because my PayPal account, PayPal have taken the money and I haven't received the goods, so PayPal could be liable. But the lady did explain that I may be contacted in the future and I may have to pay the money back. That's why I'm not touching the money. I'm just going to leave it in there, and then I know I've got it if I need it. So the long and short of it is, if you buy any products online, the best course of action is use a credit card. I don't possess a credit card. That's why I've linked it to my debit card. So that's why I don't and I haven't been covered, because I don't use a credit card. Excuse me, I only use a debit card. I don't have a... So if you use a credit card, you are definitely covered. If you use a debit card, you possibly might not be. Now this transaction, for some reason, I have been classed as covered. It may be because I've never ever claimed for anything in the whole 20 odd years I've been with the bank, so they're just doing a one-off. Okay, we can see he's paid it, he's telling us this, we'll take his word for it, we'll give him the money back. But they did state that basically the company may disagree with this outcome and possibly then trying to retrieve the money back. So they give you a lot of possibilities when they tell you that yes you are, but you may have to give it back. Is it okay for us to continue? So I said yes, thank you very much for trying to help. Banggood have done nothing to help, other than again today I've had another email saying that yes, you did pay, and here's the information of where it was sent to. I know where it was sent to, it just never came to me. Right, Banggood, it did not come to my house. I don't care what that driver is saying. And because it's been over 2 weeks, which is why they're not doing anything about it, when you use Yodel and you haven't had a parcel, this is another thing people, when you use Yodel and you have a parcel and it doesn't come for whatever reason, you've got within 2 weeks to get in touch with them to make a claim. Because it's been over 2 weeks by several weeks, because I didn't know that you had to contact them within 2 weeks. I only found out in August who the courier was from Banggood, and that was only since I got PayPal involved. So Banggood have been giving me information when other people have been asking for it, but when I've been asking for it, they haven't been very forthcoming in giving me that information. So my advice to you guys is any purchases you make online, use a credit card. Don't use a debit card, because I may have had my money back, but then PayPal might disagree and try and claim it back from me. So I put it in my account, I'm not going to spend it, it's just there on the off chance that they don't ask for it back. But it's been put in today, this is now Thursday the 29th of August, so I'll be keeping an eye on my account over the next week and see if anyone tries to claim the £43 10p back. And if they don't, fantastic, that can go towards some new drone gear, or I've seen like a cross between a plane and a drone, so it's like a VTOL, the propellers turn up so you can hover like a drone, fly around like a drone, and then you flip a switch on the controller and it goes like that, and then you fly like a fixed wing plane. I'm guessing then I could fit like an FPV camera on the front, and then I can see where I'm flying, because know, when you're flying these things, you want to see where you're going. Just to get just range, I think it does about 500 meters, which is fine, and that's that. So that's what I'm going to be doing, possibly with the money. But Banggood, no, Bangbad, they have not helped me. They give me information when other people ask for it, but they don't give me information when I ask for it. My money's been sat in their account since the 5th of July, no doubt generating quite a large amount of interest. Even if they gave me my money back, they've still made money for doing nothing. The parcel was sent to me, I didn't receive it. So the top and bottom is, be careful what companies you use. I am thinking twice about using Banggood because I've been once bitten, twice shy. So Banggood aren't Banggood. They may be cheap, but you have to be careful the method you use of when you are buying items, because small fees you don't mind, £1, £2, £3, but 43 quid is a lot of money to pay for something and then you don't receive it. So that is the story. I hope you can make sense of it. It's a long video, but it's one of these that you need to watch it to the end to get the whole gist of why I'm making such a long video. And light at the end of the tunnel, I have received the money back from Santander, but I've just got to be aware that I might have to pay it back at some point. So that's why it will just stay in the account and I won't touch it unless I really need to, which I don't need to. So it will stay there and I'm quite happy for it to stay there. So I've been Gadget Man 404. You guys have been amazing and I will catch you guys in the next one. Give me a thumbs up, guys. Give me a thumbs down. Drop me comments if you've experienced anything like this. And if I get 100 likes, my next video I will do topless and I will smother myself in baby oil. Right? I will make you a promise, guys. I will put baby oil on if I get 100 likes. I'll blackmail you guys to get my algorithm up. You give me 100 likes and I will get my top off and I will get the old baby oil out. How's that? So catch you in the next one. Subscribe if you've not already subscribed, and also click the notification bell on YouTube, so when I upload these crazy amazing videos you will be one of the first people to get a look at it. I do reviews, I do mods and I do flights. The last few videos have all been rants about stuff and Xeno flights because that's my latest drone and I love it so much. But yeah, keep your eyes peeled, spread the word, share my videos, you know, log them to your Instagram and Facebook accounts and all that. I want to try and get up to 1,000 subscribers. I'm halfway there, 582 last time I looked. I've lost 2 subscribers in the last few days. And that's because these people, they subscribe to you, you subscribe to them, then they unsubscribe to you, and unless you've got a list of all your new subscribers, you don't know who's just left. I think there is an app which will tell you that, but that's another thing. So yeah, that's it for now. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Gadget Man 404 out.